We welcome you to downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, you think of the dream, Hakeem Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Yao Ming. Yes, things are bigger in Texas.
And I tell you, Ed, the energy in this building is scintillating. The Red Rowdies are out, and they're about to make a difference.
And they're ready for liftoff right now from Toyota Center. Jay, when Westbrook has the ball, you know you can expect magic on the floor. The question everybody is trying to answer, can Russell Westbrook lead the Thunder to the promised land?
He can, but he needs to take his game to new heights, and that comes with leadership. Everybody knows that he's a triple-double waiting to happen each and every night. He's done that consecutively for 2 years now in the NBA, the only player in the history of the league to do so. He's that fantastic of the player. I love the passion he plays with, Ed, but he needs to get his teammates way more involved. When you have a guy like Paul George or Carmelo Anthony, you have to make them better. Look how CP3 and James Harden, Eric Gordon, Ryan Anderson, Clint Capella, they all make each other better. There's something missing chemistry-wise from the Thunder.
Man, are these two franchises invariably linked. Harden goes from Oklahoma City to Houston. Carmelo Anthony wanted to land in Houston. He gets traded by the Knicks to Oklahoma City. Go figure.
And I'll be willing to say this too, Ed. I think Carmelo Anthony would be a way better player if he were playing for the Rockets than him playing for OKC right now.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Brewer against Clint Capella. To Westbrook. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. To Anthony.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967, was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Nice pass to set things up.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
New blood coming in for both sides. Russell Westbrook matched up with Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Paul into the front court. 10-0 is the score. Got it.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. To Adams. Steven Adams with the slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Here comes the screen. Westbrook. That is great vision to set it up. Big man, Steven Adams. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Paul. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Woo, I'm not sure if he's part of the Jelly fam or not, but this young player knows how to adjust mid-flight, and he finished that shot with some crazy English.
Count the basket at the rim.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Deep three at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. So the Rockets with the lead after one at Toyota Center. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you. Paul picked up by Schroeder. And scores.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Shot clock winding down. Paul George fires deep. Two there. Won't go. Gordon with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
OKC ball. Oh, Capella.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Schroeder to Paul George. That's blocked by Capella.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Fires the three, buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Schroeder. They get it to George. Down low. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Ferguson takes on Eric Gordon. George. Rebounded by Capella. Straight on three. At the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Paul across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Trying to cash in. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Not done yet. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Capella to Paul. And he finishes at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because it
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Westbrook to George. Rockets have it. Wide open look, won't go. To Adams. George picked up by Paul. To Westbrook. Has a chance. Offensive rebound. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Harden has it up the floor. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Screen coming. George. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Shot from the lane won't go. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Final minute to play in this third quarter. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Thunder with the basketball to Paul George. Screen coming. Surveys the floor. George. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Rockets way out in front. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
To Anthony.
Got him, got him.
Can't miss those.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Anthony.
Get him. I'll let him get out.
To the rim. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Schroeder to George.
Cutter, good tag.
Has a look. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Hart with the basketball. He'll run the offense.
All right here.
To Anthony. And stuffs it home. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Paul. Turned away by George.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Clint Capella. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Russell Westbrook, guarded by Carmelo Anthony. Tough shot. Hand in his face, he makes them pay.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Harden. Anthony. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat them by 50, beat them by 50. If you want to beat them by 100, keep shooting more threes.
To Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Now Paul with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. And the basket good at the rim. Now a whistle. We're going to get a timeout from OKC. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Ferguson. To Schroeder. Westbrook. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Oh, I missed a short one there. Return label included.
offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey, the rolls here. And I've got your